We welcome you to the men's second game of the day. We are sorry for the delay as we shuffle between gymnasiums here in Mountain View High, but it's the Rebels taking on the Pinedale Wranglers, and right now the Rebels all over the team from Northern Wyoming as John Scott forces a steal and brings it up the court, picks up his dribble, and gives it over to Truman Huffner. The Rebels are in their blue uniforms going left to right, while Pinedale is in their white uniforms going right to left. Feet down low to Logan Meerbrook. No good there. Rebound goes to Pinedale. Here come the Wranglers. Pinedale working along to the baseline. They lose it, and back-to-back steals created by who else but John Scott. He's been so good defensively this year. Right now it's Logan Meerbrook with it at the top of the key. He looks down at the baseline and finishing the play with Scott. The Rebels add to their lead. It's now 19-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in our opening quarter. Wranglers have it right now, moving alongside the perimeter, trying to find some avenue to enter, but this Rebel defense has been stifling. Pinedale enters on the side, and a foul is called. That's going to send Jace Ramage to the free throw line, trying to put some points on the board for his side. Wranglers with 4 points to show for halfway through the first quarter, 3:44 remaining. As Ramage's first free throw is good. Rebels lead at 19-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard now. Second free throw good as well for the freshman. 19-6, Rebels move it inside to Taylor, and Taylor elevates himself over the defender and puts it home. 21-6, Rebels with 3.5 to go as they cough it up to Rich. Here's Connor Greer moving his way from right to left. Pass to Scott, who puts up a three. Ooh, off the iron, but rebound goes to Grohl. He coughed it up and immediately himself, and they'll say that someone was out of bounds when they touched the ball, and it was a Pinedale player. It's Gage Zook. Gage Zook, one of the returning starters from last year. Rebels move it inside to Huffner. His floater can't fall. Here come the Wranglers, going the opposite direction with it, bringing the ball up right now is Joshua Gosar. Pinedale misses their first opportunity, but they get it right back. A long shot and a three-pointer is good from Ramage. That makes it 21-9. Rebels still leading with just under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And an offensive foul called on Rich. I'll say an illegal screen, so Pinedale basketball. They're trailing 21-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard with 2:43 to go in the opening quarter of action here. Pinedale will inbound it, courtesy of Miguel Gudino. Wranglers moving it around their half of the court. Now they get it across. Feeding it to Zook. Zook for a long three. Off the mark. Rebound goes to Taylor. Riley Taylor moves it up to John Scott. Scott picking up his dribble, now slowing it down. Had a ball poked away momentarily, but it is 21-9 as we get our Station on Main scoreboard updated for you guys back at home watching on mylocalradio.com. 2:18 remaining in the opening quarter as Hayden Meek checks in for John Scott. Did not see Meek in the first game. Rebels came out flat against Mountain View. They look to put that behind them and doing a good job of that so far. Here come the Wranglers. Zook on the baseline, has some traffic, digs it out to Gudino. Gudino passes it for a high shot that's well off target from a Wrangler. An offensive putback though, and a foul is called against Rich as Colby Bailey elevated himself. So Bailey will shoot a pair of free throws here after a shooting foul. First free throw off the mark. We keep it at 21-9 Rich. Second free throw up and banks it home. 21-10 now. Rebels leading in the first quarter as the corner three from Greer is off target, but put back from Taylor. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Now Pinedale's already up to 7 fouls. Here is an inbound pass from Greer. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound goes to Grohl. He passes to Meek, who feeds Carrillo down low. His shot off the glass and misses to the right. Here come the Wranglers the opposite direction. Pinedale trying to look inside. Right now it's Joshua Gosar with it. Gosar picked up his dribble and he passed to Kaiser. Kaiser moving it up top to Bailey. Wranglers look down low and Bailey knocks it in. 21-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in our first quarter. Connor Greer with just over a minute to go picks up his pace and passes off to Meek on the wing. He looks up top to Taylor. Taylor drives into the paint, puts up a floater, buries it. It's 21-13. It is 23-12 Rebels. Here's Gudino. Gudino's pass is snuffed out and taken away by Meek. Here's Meek going up from the block, missed his layup, put back, no good. Carrillo there for the seconds, but couldn't finish the play, and with 48 seconds, it's the Rebels leading by 11, and they'll have an inbound play beneath the Wranglers basket. Pinedale moves it to Carrillo. Carrillo on the wing, feeds it to Grohl at the top of the key. Grohl starts dribbling to his right, now passes to Taylor. Here's Hayden Meek with it. Meek near the center circle, drives into his left hand, hands it off, and on the baseline was Greer, a whistle blew. And there seems to be a bit of confusion for what the whistle was for. I'm not really sure what the whistle is for. My initial thought is maybe an inadvertent whistle. Who knows? 43 seconds. Pass goes to Grohl on the inbound. Grohl passes to Greer on the far wing. He looks inside. And now the Rebels moving it around well. Dump it off to Meek beneath the basket. He gets the roll. 2 points for Hayden Meek. And the Rebels lead at 25-12 with just over 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Driving in and losing it as picking up speed was Jace Ramage. Rebels with 15 seconds will leisurely bring it up the court, and it's Connor Greer manning that point guard spot right now. 10 seconds to go. Greer moving to his left, pulls it back out, three-point shot, no good. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the Wranglers won't get a shot off in time. Ooh, hit the referee right in the head. That's the cost of doing business sometimes when you're the zebra. Well, folks, that will do it for our first quarter of action here in Mountain View High. It's the Rebels dominating the Pinedale Wranglers 25-12 after 8 minutes of Wyoming and Utah basketball. We'll be right back right after this.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Here we go. Welcome to the second quarter of Rich Rebel men's basketball. It's always brought to you by Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. All right, the Rebels all over the Wranglers early on. 25-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Pinedale driving into the paint. Picking up his dribble there was Ramage. He kicks it out. Now here is Harbor with it, pulling up and missing a shot. Loose ball is going to be corralled now by Meek. Hayden Meek on the near wing, slowing it down, passing it over to John Scott. Scott, the senior, drives to his right, picks up his dribble, and they'll say that foot moved. It's a travel. With 7:24 to go in the first half of action, it's the Rebels leading by 13 over the Pinedale Wranglers. Pinedale struggling to get across their half-court line, but they do now. Pulling up for a mid-range jumper, and just off the mark was Jace Ramage. Rebound goes to Grohl. Jaden Grohl steps across midline. On the far wing right now, I'm passing to the center of court, and on the near wing now is Jaden Grohl. Grohl feeding inside to Meerbrook. Meerbrook off the glass, can't put it home. And they'll call an offensive foul on Rich. It will be Pinedale ball. Call goes against Logan Meerbrook. Pinedale to inbound it. It's Jace Ramage, one of the several underclassmen here. Now, we missed a little bit / all of our pregame show, but let me catch you up to speed a little bit. So for our Town of Laketown Ledger, these two sides don't have a ton of history, but the history they do have has been all Rich. The Rebels dominating Pinedale 4-0 in the series as a beautiful inbound pass from Meek to Taylor is put home. Wow, what a start for the Rebels here. 27-15, 27-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Pinedale turns it over. Rebels going the opposite direction. Meek off the glass, gets his own miss, puts it back up, but that can't go home either. Here's John Scott forcing an issue beneath the basket. He misses beneath the basket as well. And the Rebels dominating the glass right now offensively, but just unable to put that basketball in the netting. But a foul was drawn by Jaden Grohl. So Grohl to shoot a pair of free throws. 27-12 Rich with 6:25 to go in our Stacy's Repair second quarter, as Grohl misses the first free throw. Rebels trying to rebound from a big loss they had in their first game today against the Mountain View Buffaloes. This is the way to do it. Get out to an early lead like this and just let your bench players and let the whole team. You look at the court right now, I see two guys not starting out there right now between Grohl and Hayden Meek, getting valuable minutes early in the season. Grohl's second free throw up and good, and that moves the score to 28-12. Rebels ahead. Another turnover from Pinedale on the offensive end, and the Rebels will take over. And it looks like a timeout. No, it'll be Pinedale to inbound it. Inbounding it for Pinedale is Gosar. Josh Gosar finds his man Hostler. Hostler passing it to the top of the key for McMillan to pick up. McMillan moving to his right and falling to the floor while being fouled was Michael Hostler, a sophomore. Jaden Grau, the guilty party. So it will be an inbound play for Pinedale beneath the Rebels' bat. No, it is 1-1 season. So Michael Hostler takes a trip to the free throw line to shoot a 1-1. First free throw up. Nope, they're going to call lane violation, I believe. So it's a miss anyway, but it's Rebels basketball. John Scott to inbound it beneath the Rich Rebel basket. Bringing the ball up at the point guard spot is Hayden Meek. Meek, a junior, and a turnover. Stepped out of bounds. Grohl knows that's on him. Wranglers inbound on their half of the court. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Rich leading 28-12. A three ball from Pinedale. That's on line, and that's good. Big three from Owen McMillan. Trying to cut into this lead. It is 28-15. Ball gets out of bounds, and it will be Rich Rebel possession right now. Hayden Meek with a Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Goes to John Scott, who gives it right back to Meek on the near side. Meek gives to Meerbrook at the top of the key. He looks inside to Taylor, who puts it off the glass. Rolls in and out. Loose ball, who's got it? It's a feed back to Riley Taylor, and he makes that one go home. Great hustle play by Jaden Grohl to force that turnover. It's now 30-15. Rebels leading with just under 5.5 to go as another turnover from Pinedale ends up in the arms of Jaden Grohl. Pair of turnovers from both teams. Here's Pinedale. Crossing half court leisurely, trailing by 15 with under 5 minutes remaining in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Hostler slings it out to the far wing. It's Zook with it. And a foul is committed by the Rich Rebels, so we'll have a 1-1 as junior Gage Zook will head to the free throw line. Truman Huffner and Connor Greer check into the game for Jaden Grohl and Hayden Meek. One and one. First free throw on the way, and that's offline from Zook. Rebound Taylor. Taylor passes it up to John Scott, who crosses half court. Scott for the Rebels. We'll go over to Greer on the far side. Inside now at the block and back out to Meerbrook for three. Off target. Rebound, John Scott wrestling it up for a jump ball. A jump ball favoring the Rebels in terms of possession. Here's Truman Huffner on the inbound play. He gets it up to Riley Taylor in the far corner. His pass is intercepted by a Wrangler. And breaking up the play was Connor Greer as Joshua Gosar had a clear run to the basket, but Connor Greer just ran through that basketball dribbling and broke it up. 30-15 Rich. A miss from Pinedale for a deep three. Rebound goes to Rich. Under 4.5 remaining in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Huffner has it on the far wing for the Rebels. Whistle is blown, and I believe an offensive foul is called on Rich. Pinedale to inbound it on their half of the court, trailing by 15. Rich already with 10 first half fouls, and we still got 4 minutes to go. And an errant pass as Pinedale had McMillan look inside and no one was home. Rebel basketball. Connor Greer just walking up that center court line. Greer now picking up the pace, goes to Hunter Pace, who just checked into the game. He flings it over to Huffner, who looks inside for Meerbrook. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Scott, swung around. Greer drives in, Meerbrook had it, now gets out to Pace for three, short, rebound Scott, gets the offensive glass and puts it up, and he is fouled. It's John Scott now at the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. 30-15 Rebels with 3:41 to go on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here in our second quarter, Scott knocks in the first free throw. 31-15. John Scott had an electric third quarter in the first game, went up for 11 points. Finished with 18. Second free throw from Scott, that's true. 32-15, Rebels up by 17. Here come the Wranglers, they got it at the top of the key. It's Timothy Hostler with it. He passes off to McMillan. Owen McMillan dishes it out for a long 3 off the iron, but the rebound goes to the shooter, Hostler, who misses again, and this time Connor Greer comes up with the ball for Rich. Greer taking his time to get across half court. And head coach Lex Cornea calls timeout. We'll take it ourselves. It's the Rebels leading by 17 with a little over 3 minutes to go in the Stacey Repair second quarter.
Some decisions in life have a critical and lasting impact. For example, choices concerning your health care. You want a hospital that consistently offers high-quality care and service. For Bear Lake area residents and visitors, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital has been providing optimum health care to our community for more than 70 years. And Bear Lake Memorial has been recognized again this year as a top 20 hospital in best practices for quality. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Welcome back to Mountain View High for our third of fourth matchup for the Rich Rebels today. It's the final game for the Rebels men's basketball team. Hunter Pace inbounds it to John Scott. Scott crosses half court. Pace's entry pass to Carrillo is blocked away, but they will get it right back. Pace on the near wing with it. Just over 2.5 minutes remaining. Rebels moving along the perimeter. Taken away by the Wranglers now, and here comes Pinedale. They get it across half court. It's Zook with it. Gage Zook drives in, loses it, and puts an elbow into a Rebel head. That's gotta hurt. It's Truman Huffner who got shaken up on the play. And Hayden Meek is coming into the game for him. Rebels cross half court. Try and get this camera situation fixed for you guys all watching back at home. There we go. John Scott on the near wing. He passes to Pace on the block, who puts it up off the glass, off the mark, and it rebound by Hostler. Hostler passes out to McMillan. McMillan drives through the paint, puts up a floater off the glass. Rebound goes to himself. He dishes out for another Wrangler 3. This time it's going to be a rebound to Scott. He's got a clear breakaway, and he lays it home. 34-15, Rebels dominating the Wranglers. Here comes Pinedale offensively, and they splash in a 3 to respond. Make it 34-18. Rebels leading on the Station on Main scoreboard with 1:30 to go. Meek on the near side looks inside for an alley-oop pass. What a great pass and a better finish from Connor Greer. And it's 36-18. Rebels all over the Wranglers right now as that ball squirts away and then kicks off the foot of Connor Greer. It will be Pinedale basketball. .109 to go in our Stacey's Repair second quarter. Inbound pass goes to Owen McMillan. He walks across half court. He's guarded by Scott. Now he goes inside the perimeter and steps back out. Works his way to his left. Now he passes up top to Gudino. Wranglers moving along the top of the key. McMillan with it for the time being. Puts up a long three. He's got it. 36-21. Rebels leading on the Station on Main scoreboard with 40 seconds and counting to go. Inbound pass goes to Scott. Pace moving it up top to Connor Greer. Thought about shooting the three, opted not to. Kicks it out to Hunter Pace for three. He's got it. Three ball from Pace, and it's 39-21. Hunter Pace gets on the scoreboard. 10 seconds now for the Wranglers. Gudino has it taken away though by Scott, but the ball gets out of bounds. And with 5.9 seconds, it will be Pinedale basketball beneath the Rich Rebel basket, trailing by a large margin, 18 to be exact. Inbound pass, Pinedale has it up top. It's Harbor, ditching it off. McMillan for a long three at the buzzer, and that's no good. So the first half comes to a close. It is the Rebels leading 39-21 over the Pinedale Wranglers. We'll be right back with our halftime coverage. Our halftime show is brought to you by the Crawford Trough, and we'll have our Town of Randolph first half highlights. So don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more great Rich Rebel basketball coverage coming your way. It's the Rebels leading the Wranglers 39-21.
Whether you need a big bite to eat, a tasty snack, or a sweet treat, the Crawford Trough in Randolph has it all to satisfy your cravings. From tasty burgers and wraps, patty melts and perfect pitas to fresh salads, home-cut fries, crispy onion rings, and of course, that silky smooth ice cream. The Crawford Trough can feed your hunger and then some. And if you haven't tried one of the Trough's mixed sodas, your taste buds don't know what they're missing. Stop in today at the place to eat and drink, the Crawford Trough at 120 South Main, Randolph.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Halftime between the Rebels and the Pinedale Wranglers here in Mountain View High. It's the third and final match for Rich Boys basketball this tournament. They won the first matchup against Wind River 67-50, and then fell short by quite a bit actually against Mountain View in the second game earlier today. And so now it's a 39-21 lead for Pinedale. I beg your pardon, for Rich. I'm all discombobulated right now as the girls matchup went to overtime, and it finished right as the boys matchup was starting. And by we, I mean Gary McKee and I shuffle between the two gymnasiums here in Mountain View. And we're going to do the same dance at the end of this game. But let's talk about this game. So, at the end of the first half, it was the Rebels leading 39-21, or is the Rebels leading. The end of the first quarter saw the Rebels up 13 points, 25-12, and they added on to that lead. Looking in the second quarter, Rich had 4 points from Riley Taylor, 4 points from John Scott. Jaden Grohl chimed in with a free throw, and Hunter Pace with a late three. We'll get into our Town of Randolph first half highlights in a moment, but for now, we'll take a quick break here, and when we return, we will have our first half highlights, and we'll get ready for the second half of action as the Wranglers and the Rebels will come back onto the hardwood in about 7 minutes, but the Rebels leading 39-21.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, Quick and dependable service and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Welcome back to our halftime show. If you're watching our My Local Radio stream, we've had some camera difficulties today. We're going to do our best to solve those for you in just a moment. But for the time being, it's the Rebels leading the Wranglers, and comfortably too. It's 39-21 in our Stacy's Repair second quarter. We're going to check out some of our first half highlights as we were a little late to the show here. But in that opening quarter, the Rebels jumped all over the Wranglers, largely due to a variety of offense. Threes, inside shots, some longer twos. They were just making everything they needed to. So the Rebels with just excellent offense and, of course, defense, too. I mean, you hold a team to 21 points in the first half, that's going to make every coach in America happy. Welcome into our Crawford Trough halftime show. It's the place to eat and drink in all of Rich County. Their winter hours are Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 7. All right, folks, let's talk a little bit more about what's going on in the Rich Rebel basketball world. So the varsity girls just won in overtime against Mountain View. Now, JV girls lost to Mountain View in overtime, and the boys lost to Mountain View. So a lot at stake there when it came to pride for Rich County versus Mountain View, but the girls able to get a win for the Rebels. Now they have one more game. They're going to take on a school from Idaho. Isn't that a little funny? School from Utah and a school from Idaho came all the way to Wyoming to meet. But they'll take on the Ryrie Bulldogs. That will get going at about 7 p.m. We'll have the stream for that. It'll be on a different stream, though. It will not be on this stream because it is in a different gymnasium. So we're going to move to another gym after this game, so a whole new stream. So you can catch that at mylocalradio.com. Or you can listen on 98.3 FM K80Q. Look at some of our first half highlights. We saw some great play. Hunter Pace with a beautiful three. And Riley Taylor and John Scott just doing the dirty work down low, collecting rebounds on that offensive glass, just being what people don't want to have to go up against, a thorn, a menace, the ugly cousin. That is what Rebel basketball has been so far in this first half when it comes to rebounding offensively. We've got about 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go until the third quarter, which is always brought to you by Epic Recreation. But we want to thank the Crawford Trough for sponsoring this halftime show, and we'll be right back after another quick break here. It's the Rebels leading the Pinedale Wranglers 39-21.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Fair River Drive, Evanston.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
All right, that's it for our Crawford Trough halftime show. Let's get ready for the third quarter of Rich Boys basketball against the Pinedale Wranglers. Rebels leading the Station on Main scoreboard 39-21. Rich had 25 points in the first quarter, and through the first 3 games of the season, I will confidently say that is the most points they have scored in the first quarter and potentially even any quarter. So the Rebels really finding their rhythm after struggling offensively in the first game earlier today against Mountain View. We're ready for our epic recreation third quarter here in the Cowboy State. When it comes to high school basketball this year, there will be no tip-offs of that sort, so just an inbound pass to start each quarter. That was decided by a coin toss before the game. Inbounding it for Pinedale now is Miguel Gudino. Gudino finds McMillan, and the Wranglers move it along the perimeter of the Rebel defense. Zook has it, putting some moves on, but stuck in the corner right now. Picks it up and kicks it out to McMillan for 3. In and out. Rebound goes to Taylor, who fell to the floor, and they're going to call a travel. He did not come down okay, what seemed normally, and now he's a little shaken up, it appears. Came down a little awkwardly. Here is Owen McMillan to inbound it for Pinedale, looking for a friendly face beneath the Rebel basket, and that 5 seconds? Indeed it is. So Taylor gets bailed out after the travel on the rebound. And here's Connor Greer bringing the ball up. Greer picking up some pace. He looks to John Scott on the near wing, who kicks it out to Riley Taylor at the top of the key. Connor Greer feeding inside to Meerbrook, and that goes. Rebels add to their lead. They pick up the first basket of the epic recreation third quarter. It's a 20-point margin. 41-21, good guys. After a Logan Meerbrook basket. Rebound goes to Owen McMillan for Pinedale. McMillan moving to his right. Now a cross-court pass is tipped by Connor Greer, and he's hustling after it, but it's picked up by Gage Zook. Zook for the Wranglers moves into the paint, has some traffic, can't have it fall through the glass. And it's Taylor rebounding and passing it off to Scott. Scott at the top of the key. Passing it off to Truman Huffner. Has his pass poked into the air, but he regains possession. Now he looks inside to Taylor off the glass, and that's good. 43-21 Rebels. It's Riley Taylor adding to his point total today. He's got over 6 points. Here's Zook with it at the block, has some trouble, dishes it out to McMillan for 3. Offline, rebound goes to Greer. Greer at the quarterback pass up to Logan Mirabrook, who was by himself but had the pass tipped. And a backwards pass over to Connor Greer. So from the end line to the half-court line, the Rebels moving all over the place. Here's Huffner driving in off the glass. No good. Rebound goes to Gudino. The junior Miguel Gudino passes it off to Josh Gosar. Gosar moving it into the corner. And a quick jumper is no good from Colby Bailey. But a foul is called on the rebound for Pinedale. Checking out of the game is Michael Hostler for Pinedale. Inbound pass from Scott goes to Greer. 5:45, and the clock starts now to go here in our third quarter. Huffner has his pass nearly tipped and stolen. Now it's Scott on the near wing with it. Scott moving to his right. Has some pressure from Zook. Passes it off to Huffner in the far wing. He looks inside to Taylor. Good pass, great finish. 45-21. Rebels building on their lead with just over 5 minutes remaining in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Gosar looks inside to Zook. Pass gets taken away. Here is Huffner bringing the ball up. He dishes out to Scott, thought about shooting the 3, moves along the baseline, opts for the shorter shot. Good idea. That falls home. 47-21. Gosar moving to the right for the Wranglers. He puts it up. Loose ball, who's got it? And last touch by a Pinedale player. It's Rebel basketball with 4.5 minutes to go in our Epic Recreation third quarter. Pinedale is yet to score a basket or get any points in this third quarter, and that forces the head coach for the Wranglers, Marcus Helen, to call timeout. We'll take it ourselves. It's the Rebels leading 47-21 with 4.5 to go on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Rebels lead 47-21 as Connor Greer throws it all the way down for a wide open Jaden Grohl, who misses. Off the glass, rebound goes to Pinedale. Here come the Wranglers. It's Josh Gosar moving down the left side of the court, kicks it out to McMillan. Rebels come up with the basketball after a Wrangler turnover, and it's Greer to bring it up. Connor Greer will move up the court and hand it off to Hayden Meek. Meek passes to his right to Jaden Grohl. Now it's Logan Meerbrook at the top of the key, moving to his left and feeding down low is Meek to Riley Taylor, who draws a foul, and Riley Taylor will, well, that's Connor Greer. No, Riley Taylor, there it is. Riley Taylor will shoot a pair of Bear Lake Realty free throws, leading 47-21 with just under 4 minutes to go in our third quarter. Free throw on the way from Taylor, and that's perfect. adding to the Rebel lead. It's now 48-21 Rich. Rebels are 2-1 this season, but Coach Cornier trying to get that team up to 3-1 and in a good spot right now. Another free throw rings home, 49-21. Rebels dominating the Wranglers. Gosar passes it off. There's Ramage with it. Gives it back to Josh Gosar. Goes back to Ramage for three, and that's in. 3-point ball from Ramage, and it's now 49-24. Connor Greer with it for the Rebels on the near corner. He gets Taylor at the top of the key. Taylor with the bounce pass to Hayden Meek. Had it knocked away momentarily, but Meek gets it. Now he gets to Jaden Grohl at the top of the key. Grohl starts dribbling and starts walking backwards. Under 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Meek looks for Muirbrook at the top of the key. Tries to feed it down low to Taylor. Taylor can't put it in, but the offensive board goes to Rich, and now it's Jaden Grohl thinking about shooting a three. Dishes out to Connor Greer for three. That's offline, and rebound goes to the Pinedale Wranglers. Pinedale not ready for it, and the pass hits a couple of Wrangler players and scoots out of bounds. Rebel basketball on the offensive half of the court with 2:57 to go in our Epic Recreation third quarter. Inbound pass from Grohl will go to Greer. He gives it right back to Grohl on the far corner. He looks inside for Greer, finds his man, and Connor Greer lays it in. 51-24. Rebels all over the Wranglers, and an illegal screen is called on Pinedale. So the bleeding continues for the Wranglers. Rich leading by 27 points right now. Connor Greer brings it up. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. 51-24 Rebels. Meek feeds it inside to Muirbrook. Muirbrook off the glass, no good. Rebound Pinedale. Here come the Wranglers. Bringing up the court right now is Kaiser. Kaiser passes it off to McMillan for three. That hits iron, and it goes to Hayden Meek. He brings in the rebound. He passes it up to Connor Greer. Greer gives it back to Meek. Too tall for him, though, and it goes to a Wrangler. Here comes Pinedale inside the paint. Zook puts it in, and Pinedale gets their second basket of this third quarter. It's 51-26, and looks like a timeout is called. Both teams making some substitutions. We'll take a break ourselves. It's 51-26 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels leading with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Rebels lead at 51-26 here in our third quarter, and the Rebels' final game of the Bridger Valley tournament. They lost earlier to Mountain View, a big loss, a tough one too for the gentlemen, but they're on track to put that behind them and with ease as well. You look back at that earlier game, they lost 72-36 to the Buffaloes, but now they're the ones on track to put up maybe a 70 burger. Here's Hayden Meek to inbound it for the Rebels. A Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play from the Rebels' half of the court. It's tipped and it falls to John Scott's hands. Scott brings it up across half court, passes to Grohl on the far wing. Jaden Grohl looks to Meek in the corner, who feeds it inside to Muirbrook off the glass, and good. 53-26, Rebels tacking on another basket. It was Logan Muirbrook who is just so dangerous down low. A long shot from the Pinedales, off target, it misses. And they'll say a Wrangler was the last one to touch it before it went out of play. 1:31 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. And the referee pausing the game momentarily. I'm not sure why, but gives the green light, and here we go. Meek on the inbounds, goes to Scott. Full court press against the Rebels. Scott across half court now, going on the right half of the court. Now goes to his left. He passes to Meek on the near wing. Meek dribbling to his right, passes to Scott at the top of the arc. John Scott starting to dribbling now. He looks in the far corner. It's Jaden Grohl trying to get to Hunter Pace. Now he gets to Hunter Hayden Meek, I beg your pardon. Ball was poked away and last touched by a Rebel though. 53-26 Rich. Wranglers moving it down the court. It's McMillan trying to find his man, Harbor. But Harbor couldn't hold on to it, went out of play, and with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's John Scott to inbound it beneath his own basket. He gets to Meek. Meek wants to get rid of it immediately. Now he dribbles through his own paint, across half court, into the Pinedale paint, ditches it off to Hunter Pace, who knocks in a 12-foot jumper. 55-26, Rebels building on their advantage with 37 seconds to go. Wranglers get it across half court. Scott pokes the ball away, but is retained by Ramage. Moving to his left right now is Kaiser. Here's Jackson Harbor with it. Harbor passed it off, and Kaiser for three. That's off the back iron. Rebound Rich with 17 seconds to go. Grohl telepaths pass down to John Scott at the block. He is fouled with 10 seconds remaining, and he'll shoot a pair of free throws. 55-26 Rebels late in the third quarter, presented by Epic Recreation. You can visit Epic Recreation at epicrecreation.net. John Scott to shoot a pair of free throws for the Rebels. First one up and nearly fell, but no good. We'll keep it at a 55 score for now. Miguel Gudin checks in for Pinedale. Second free throw coming from John Scott. Up and good. So 56-26, a 30-point lead for the Rebels. 5 seconds, a three from Pinedale, short off the iron. 1 second, Pace comes up with the rebound and he lets the clock run out. So at the end of three quarters, it's the Rebels leading by 30 over the Pinedale Wranglers. We'll get you ready for our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Right now, Rich cruising to what could be their third victory of this young 2020-21 season. We'll be right back with more Rebel basketball in just a moment.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Welcome into the fourth quarter of Rebel basketball. It's Rich leading the Pinedale Wranglers 56-26 as John Scott has the ball in the near corner. moves to his right, passes to Truman Huffner. Had tons of space, but the Rebel is not shooting up any 3 balls right now. Connor Greer back in that same corner, and the Rebel is just playing a bit of a Ferris wheel right now. A travel is called, and that will go against Rich. Pinedale basketball trailing by 30 with 7.5 to go in our final quarter of play. Inbound pass will go to the hands of Gosar. Gosar has it on the near wing. Looks inside for Harbor, who buries a mid-range jumper. Good shot. 56-28. Rebels still comfortably ahead on the Station on Main scoreboard. Huffner looking inside, has his pass taken away. Here comes Gosar. Gosar through the paint, a floater, and bounces around a couple times, but goes to the arms of John Scott, who looks up to Riley Taylor. Taylor passes to Meerbrook, who misses off the glass, gets his own board, and puts it back in. 58-28. Rebels dominating, up by 30 as head coach Lex Cornea calls time. We'll take a quick break. It's the Rebels cruising to what could be their 3rd victory of the season. 6:45 to go in our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th quarter.
Some decisions in life have a critical and lasting impact. For example, choices concerning your health care. You want a hospital that consistently offers high-quality care and service. For Bear Lake area residents and visitors, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital has been providing optimum health care to our community for more than 70 years. And Bear Lake Memorial has been recognized again this year as a top 20 hospital in best practices for quality. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Point lead for the Rich Rebels on that Station on Main scoreboard against the Pinedale Wranglers. Pinedale moves the ball up the court. They hand it off for a 3. That is no good. Rebounded by Harbor momentarily. And one. Jace Ramage, the freshman, went up and got fouled and knocked it in. So a 58-30 game now with a potential 3-point play coming your way. Ramage, a 6'1 freshman. Free throw up and off the back iron, rebounded by Pace. He flips it across to Meek. Hayden Meek dribbling across half court. The junior picking up some speed. Now he passes to Nate Woods, who just checked into the game. Woods looks to Jaden Grohl. Grohl with some pressure around him. Looks for Meek, but they'll say as that ball went out of bounds, who touched it last? I think they're going to say that a Wrangler touched it last. So it will be a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play for the Rebels on the offensive half of the court. Inbound pass goes to Woods. Woods dribbling to his right, wants to pass it to Meek. And they'll say it went off Pinedale out of play. So it will be Meek to inbound it once again. Inbound goes to Pace in the corner for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Pinedale. Wranglers bringing it up the court. They look to Harbor on the near wing. He passes it across, and it's the Wranglers moving in. Ramage kicks it out to Harbor for a long 2. Well deep, and the rebound goes to Meek. Meek looks to Woods, who gives it right back to him. Now he's at the top of the key. Nathan Woods on the near wing. Got some pressure. Needs to get rid of it, finds Hunter Pace. Pace sends it across court to Hayden Meek. Feeds it inside of Korea, gives it back to Meek for 3. Bingo! 61-30. Rebels leading the Pinedale Wranglers. A shot from Pinedale off the mark. Hayden Meek picking up his first points of the second half. With 5:25 to go in our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th quarter. It's the Rebels beating the Pinedale Wranglers. Meek passing it over to Jaden Grohl. Grohl dribbling to his right. Now gets to Woods. Woods passes inside to Carrillo, who hands it off to Meek to beneath the basket. Back to Carrillo, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by Hayden Meek. It's Wranglers ball. Pinedale basketball with 5:02 to go in our fourth quarter. As Gosar gets across the court and passes off to Ramage. A three from Zook is offline. Rebound goes to Carrillo. He hands it off to Meek. He dribbles across half court. No, he actually pumps the brakes, and now he crosses half court. Meek passes to Grohl on the far wing. He looks inside to Carrillo. Off the glass and one. What an athletic play from the junior Riley Carrillo. It's 64-30. Carrillo trying to complete the three-point play. And he does. So make it 65-30. Here come the Wranglers the other way. Zook drives into the paint. He's fouled on his way up with 4:34, and at this point it is a running clock. So barring timeouts, this game will end in exactly 4 minutes. And I'll get some free throws coming our way now. Free throw from Zook up and missed it to the right. The scoreboard here reads 64-30. I thought it was 65-30, but doesn't matter. Second free throw up, and that's no good. Pulled in by Carrillo. He gets to Grohl, who has his pass taken away. Here comes Gosar going up, and he's fouled. He'll shoot two. It's Josh Gosar, a freshman. You look at this Pinedale roster. Not a single, I beg your pardon, one senior on this roster. A very young bunch. Gosar's free throw off the money. Keeping it at a 34-point game with 4:18 to go in our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter as Riley Carrillo checks out of the game for Rich. Second free throw up and no good as well. So a pair of misses, and the two sides wrestling for that loose ball, and a foul was called. And it looks like it's going against Rich. Justin Adams checked in for Riley Carrillo. Pass goes up top to Meek. A three-point shot from Gosar on the money. 64-33. Rebels move it down to Nate Woods on the near wing. He picks up his dribble now. He starts moving it around. Goes to Meek. It's Jaden Grohl with it. Passing up top to Adams at the top of the key. And a misfire from Adams. It will be a Pinedale inbound play right now with 3:49 to go. I invite you to stick around for our quick post-game show at the end of this one, and then we're going to transition to the women's matchup against the Ryrie Bulldogs. That'll be on a completely different stream, so exit out of this one. You can find the next one at mylocalradio.com/RichRebelSports. But for now, it's the Wranglers moving the ball up the court. Bain had it and gave it to Zook. Wrestled away by Woods. What a great Rich County government steal by Nate Woods, who passed it off to Jaden Grohl. Grohl on the far wing, moving to his left, approaching the top of the arc. He passes it up to Hayden Meek in the corner. Meek now replaces and moves to his left as well, and back to Woods in the corner, who also dribbles to his left with just over 3 minutes to go. And a bit of a Ferris wheel once again. It's Jaden Grohl on the far wing, passing inside to Pace. Whistle blows, and foul called against Pinedale. We are not in the bonus yet, so it'll be an inbound. Jaden Grohl checks out of the game. Tyler Stevens comes in for Rich. First time we've seen Stevens at the varsity level so far. Here's Meek with it at the top of the key. He hands it off to Stevens. Stevens on the far wing. Good pass inside to Pace. Whistle blows. Offensive foul. Foul goes against the Rebels. Looks like it's on Adams. 2:56 remaining in our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels leading 64-33 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Inbound pass for Pinedale goes to Harbor. Wranglers moving around, just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. Wranglers have it on the far key. They look inside to Tim Hostler, and his shot barely misses. Goes to Stevens on the rebound. He gives it off to Woods, who passes to Meek. Meek looks up court to Stevens, has it slip through his fingertips, not a play. Pinedale basketball. Rebels up 64-33 with 2:26 and counting to go. Pinedale moving it to the far corner. A three on the way, misses, and it's rebounded by Pace. He hands it off to Meek. Meek crosses half court. He looks to Woods on the near wing. Woods dribbling, not going anywhere. Now he passes to Stevens in the near corner. Stevens moving his way up the court. Looks inside to Pace off the glass and good. Stalemate ends for both sides, 66-33. Rebels leading on the Station on Main scoreboard with under 2 minutes to go. That may be the first time we've seen Hunter Pace not have a field goal that was not a three-point shot. Pinedale, minute and a half remaining. It's Tim Hostler with it on the near side. Moving to his right, picks up his dribble. Now reverses course to the top of the key. Christian with it. He drives along the baseline, picks up his dribble. Now goes back inside to Hostler. It's Ramage putting it up and off the mark. Wranglers save it. They throw it back in, but it is somehow kept alive. What a great play by Pinedale. Here's Michael Hostler passing it around. Goes to Jacob Bain at the top of the key. Minute to go in the fourth quarter. Bain picks up his dribble in the near corner. Wants to go inside with it, cannot. Pass to Hostler. And a pass taken away. 2-on-2. Pace to Woods, who picked it up and slowed things down and gave to Meek at the top of the key with 45 ticks to go and counting. Nate Woods at the top of the key looks inside to Pace off the glass, and too easy. 68-33. Rebels on top. 30 seconds to go. Here's Christian on the near side for Pinedale with it. He looks to the top of the key. Goes to Gosar. And Tim Hostler had his shot go ricochet off the backboard, and now that ball hits a couple feet and arms and legs and goes out of bounds, and it looks like it'll stay with the Rebels. So 18.7 seconds left. Rebels are going to improve to 3-1 on the season. Hand off to Woods with 12 seconds, and Nate Woods will try to just dribble around and run this clock out. Gives it to Pace. 5 seconds, and that's going to pretty much do it here as Meek will hold on to it now. And the Rebels take down the Pinedale Wranglers 68-33 here in Mountain View for their final of 3 games in the Bridger Valley tournament. Rebels go 2-1 in this weekend and improve to 3-1. A great showing from Rich in their final game, a good way to end it before going to their next matchup, which will be next Friday. So Gary McKee, who is my inside reporter, tells me the girls are starting early, not at 7 p.m. So we're going to do the world's quickest post-game show and then run over there. It'll be a different stream, but we'll step aside really quickly. The final, once again, Rich 68, Pinedale 33.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by Cat Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at Cat Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
Go Rich Rebels!
Some decisions in life have a critical and lasting impact. For example, choices concerning your health care. You want a hospital that consistently offers high-quality care and service. For Bear Lake area residents and visitors, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital has been providing optimum health care to our community for more than 70 years. And Bear Lake Memorial has been recognized again this year as a top 20 hospital in best practices for quality. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
All right, welcome back to our post-game show. Let's get into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where we will have a Freaky Fast post-game show. So the Rebels, long story short here, dominated from the first whistle to the last. They never relinquished the lead. They led the entire time, and that coasted them to a 35-point victory. A couple leading scores. Unfortunately, I could not get any stats in that first quarter as I was still setting up. So I don't want to give any wrong numbers, but I'll tell you what, we had a magnitude of players contribute. You look at Riley Carrillo and the Rebel bench going as deep as we have seen it all year long, including Tyler Stevens coming off for the first time all season. All right, how about our Dr. McKay Franken precision play of the game? We saw a nifty layup from John Scott back in that second quarter, using some finesse, and John Scott doing what he's done all year long, having a great balance of offense and defense. Now, we get into our second half of the post-game show. It's the Auto Farm shot and play of the game. And so, okay, Gary McKee tells me they started the game. So for the girls' side, we're going to wrap it up here. Our Auto Farm shot and play of the game is one of the many that contributed to 68 points for Rich, the second highest they've scored all season. Garden City game adjustment, none needed Garden City. They dominated. Rebels all over the Pinedale Wranglers, and that's going to do it for our post-game coverage. We're going to move over to the girls' game where they take on the Ryrie Bulldogs right now, and we'll have that on another stream, so bear with us. We'll have that up in about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how fast Gary McKee and I can move. One final time, Rebels 68, Wranglers 33.
You've been tuned into Rich High School Rebel basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ-FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses: Evanston Regional Hospital, Hoover Chiropractic, Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley, the Come On Inn in Casper, Plains Tire, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender, Freeway Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, West Star Printing, and Rocky Mountain Sign. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.